Hello, hello, hello. Happy first day of summer, everybody. Yes, today is the first day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. We had our solstice, longest day last night, and I live in Northern British Columbia, so our sunlight is till 11 o'clock at night, which is fabulous, except for when you have to go to sleep. But I don't have curtains on my window because I do love the sun coming in, so I'm just grabbing a pen, one sec. Oh, so, how is everyone as we're moving through the seasons? And today I wanted to hop on and just talk about sort of what I've been experiencing the last couple days. Yeah, I have had a very interesting Monday and Tuesday because I've been feeling lethargic and tired, and I'm wondering if it has, a lot of the time it depends on the moon. So here's a little tidbit of information for you. Hi, whoever's hopping on. Did you know that when you're born and where the moon is in your birth is your power moon? So if you are born on a full moon, then full moons will be powerful times for you to get things done. If you were born at a different time in the moon, then that's your power time. So I've just learned this in the past few weeks. And I am noticing a connection that, there's several cycles of the moon, there's several cycles, there's 4 cycles of the moon, there's 4 cycles of the directions of 4 directions, there's all these synchronicities. 4 seasons, you have power seasons, you have power moon times, and it's really interesting when you start learning about that for yourself. So at this time, in the last couple of days, I have felt really lethargic and really tired, and I actually did not do any work on the computer or in any Facebook groups or on my Facebook page, because I really needed to just step away and go within and be like, oh, okay, I'm tired, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I felt, a sense of guilt or a sense of judgment coming up, that I needed that, and I didn't fight it. I honored it. I honored the fact that I was feeling lethargic, that I was feeling tired, that I was not inspired to work, or that I was like in a cog, like in a wheel, just going along and feeling pooped out. So anyway, I decided to just honor that, and for 2 full days, I hardly did any work on my business. Instead, I took a moment and I looked at where in my business am I not honoring myself, that's just exhausting me. And then I also took a look at where I want to go with my business, what I want to offer, what is my offering, because the reason why I do what I do is to help raise the vibration, raise the consciousness of the planet and the people on the planet. And to be truthfully honest, I feel like we lose our direction and we lose the places where we're trying to go along the way. Things get in the way. Ideas come up. Maybe we allow those ideas to take over. Maybe we feel, where we want to end up, maybe we have to go this way. And, there's just, the world's a buffet. We have so many offerings in this world that we can handle and we can take on. And in this line of work of being self-employed, it is absolutely paramount that you take care of yourself. It is absolutely paramount that you honor what your needs are. And it's no different than when you go work a 9-to-5 job. It's no different when you go work for someone, because the reality is that we have to honor ourselves first to even be productive. And when we're feeling unproductive, when we're feeling tired, when we're feeling lethargic or unmotivated, we tend to make ourselves feel wrong. We are taught in this world that there's a wrong and there's a right. So there's just constant judgment. I mean, we're raised in constant judgment. And then we turn ourselves into our worst judge. So for me, I had decided to take those 2 days to rest. And normally I don't. Normally I don't rest. I mean, I have children. My husband's away at the moment and I'm single parenting. So my rest meant taking my rest in my work. And so that's exactly what I did, is I rested in my work and I honored that, and I tried not to make myself wrong in the process, which is very challenging because there's the shoulda, coulda, woulda, oh, but I have to do this, oh, I have to do that. So I recommend that anytime you're feeling wrong in a decision that you're making, tap in to what you need. Where are your needs being met and where are your needs not being met? See, I wasn't fulfilling my needs when I was forcing myself to work, forcing myself to be productive when I had a very hard time. So I was going against the grain and my needs weren't being met because my body was like, no, I'm tired. My brain was like, no, I'm tired. I need to rest. So I had to realize, like, okay, I have to rest, and it's okay for me to rest. It's okay to take a day off and allow myself to do so. And you know what? It was the best decision because in that recess, in that going within, I'm more clear about my vision. I'm more clear about what I want to achieve. I'm clearer about what I want to offer you and how I want to offer it to you. Because I have several offerings that I haven't even put out there yet. So we have to take a moment and really honor and love ourselves. Give ourselves compassion. Give ourselves respect. And when those judgments come in of being wrong, you have to say to yourself, okay, is this my belief that taking a day off means I'm lazy, I'm unproductive, and whatever those thoughts come around it? Or is it someone else's? So I had to ask, okay, this is someone else's. Well, fuck, I don't want it. So I take it away. I return it to white light, or you return it to the sender. Does it belong to something else? Sometimes it does. It's really important. Honoring you, loving you, being compassionate for yourself allows you to show up 100% in your relationships, in your business, with your friends, with your family. It allows you to be more productive. It allows you to be more successful in your life because you are the point of creation. You are the beautiful, shiny diamond that needs to clear the clutter away to create what you desire. So by me taking 2 days off, fully 2 days off, without allowing the guilt to tap in, oh, I might miss something, oh, whatever, I actually was able to attract more in that time. So today, super excited, I interviewed Shannon O'Hara, who is the creator of Talk to the Entities. She's a lovely woman, very kind and generous to give her time to me on Oracle Talk Radio, the Sacred Self Show. Go and listen to our interview. It was amazing. We talk about spirits and handling spirits and how easy it is to deal with and the truth around being aware. So that's super exciting. And that gave me, the last 2 days just gave me that opportunity to just relax and then tap in to working with her. Super exciting. And then I got a beautiful message today from one of my students, one of my clients who's in my Peace, Passion, Profits program, and she's loving it, and she's expanding and growing and creating, and limiting beliefs are coming up that she's being able to let go of. Anyway, so I'll tell you, taking time for you, loving you, being like a mother to yourself as though you're an infant is absolutely key for you to be a success in this world. To allow yourself to be vulnerable for you. And yeah, so I hope that little experience that I shared with you will help you in making decisions in not getting wrapped up in what you have to be doing, and instead get you connected to what it is that you need to be doing to honor you, where your needs need to be met. So I'm going to pull a card, and then I'm going to welcome you to type in the comments any questions that you have related to anything. Actually, I'm an open book. Nothing's off topic. In speaking with different healers and working with different healers around the world and doing the work I do, we are all channels for divine energy. So when I do work with you, I am an open channel. I do connect to spirit, loved ones, guides, angels, all types of energies, and we all can do that. So if you get a chance, definitely go ahead and ask me any question that you have. Please be specific, and I might ask you to add to your question if I have more questions for you, right? Okay, so the general idea today is all about self-care, self-love without judgment. So we carry judgment from our family members and the people who have raised us because it's indoctrinated in us. We carry judgment from lifetimes and in our DNA as well. So let us clear some of this judgment away and get connected. So whoever is on, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. If you have any questions, just go ahead and type it in the bottom. Okay, so I pulled out the Goddess Guidance cards today because I felt like we need some Goddess energy. And as it's the first day of summer, but it's bloody cold here in northern BC, we are at 10 degrees. I'm wearing a sweater and a long sleeve because when I work on the computer, I get so cold. So I pulled a card today, and it's fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So if you're wondering about new projects, yes, do it. You've planted the seeds, and now the seeds are growing, and it's a lovely card. It'll be backwards for you, but there you go. See the moon in there, and I was just speaking about the moon, and yeah, Ostera, so that's spring, and we're the first day of summer. So does anyone have any questions about self-love, about belief systems that maybe you want to let go of? Are you, do you need help going within to like release anything? Because for me, taking the time away to go within is allowing me to be more of a success in my business, more of a success in my relationships. And yeah, and this is apparently, for those of you watching or watching the replay, you are getting a reminder from Ostera that your ideas and our manifestations are happening very quickly at this time. Things are going really quickly. So I'm going to get further into the card. So yeah, be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of how you're feeling in your body. Ask your body, what do I need? Body, what do you need? Sometimes people, like I've heard stories of people who don't drink coffee, and then they start drinking coffee and their body actually quite liked it. Me, on the other hand, I can't drink coffee. I just turn into a human vibrator, and we're already human vibrators, right? So I just do the shake thing over and over. So I'm just going to read further into this card. For those of you who've just come on, Ostera is giving us the beautiful message that it's the perfect time to start working on new projects. And I'm going through the book here with my ABCs. LMNOP. Don't you love when you do that in your head? So if you have any questions, type them below. Oh, okay, we have a question. And funny, I've got my computer here just in case I miss them, because my silly phone is not showing any questions at the moment, which sucks. Okay, good afternoon. I am struggling with releasing and letting go. Okay, Lene, I think that's how I say it. Lene, can you please be more specific? What is it that you're having a hard time releasing and letting go of? Okay, The more specific the question, the more accurate I can give you in the answer. Is it personal? Is it a relationship? Usually it's related to our past. Yeah, so please be specific. And then I would love to answer your question. I'm drinking almond chocolate milk. It's my treat for the day. Okay, so Ostera, springtime is any time when the light increases within your mind and entire system. If you feel dark, heavy, or depressed, then you can lighten up by fueling yourself with positive intentions, nutritious foods, and anything that sparks your feelings of love. Surround yourself with beautiful flowers, brighten the colors in your wardrobe and home, and draw back the curtains to let in natural light. You can paint a sunnier outlook within yourself, which will give rise to all sorts of new opportunities, since like attracts like. Feel more energized and powerful as you spruce up your inner and outer worlds and capitalize on this increased vigor by starting a new project that really makes your heart sing with excitement. So this card is representing, could mean a pregnancy, could be a birth to a new idea, or adoption, actually adopting a child. It can be desire to manifest in the springtime. Maybe springtime is your power season. There will be a resurrection of the old. Your new idea or venture will be successful, or it's the opportune time to make life changes. So I believe all of these things can really help as well for releasing. Okay, so I've got a clear question now. Old belief systems no longer serve me. Negative self-talk that become a pattern in a toxic relationship. So absolutely letting go of that negative self-talk, which is, I like to explain it as a record player. So you've got this record that, you know, you put in your brain when you're quite young. So other people's belief systems and their thoughts and feelings about themselves, which are projected onto you as a child, or your teachers or your friends and peers. And so over time, you've got this record in your mind that has been imprinted. And so what I feel is happening, Lene, is you're a highly sensitive person, and you are absolutely taking on the energy of the people around you and wearing it as though it's like this. This is you putting on the dark, unhappy feelings of others because you're an earth angel, and that's what you do. And then you help it, you help to diffuse it and bring the light into their lives. So just give me a thumbs up if that feels right. So the truth is that the way to break old patterns in the mind is to by replacing them with new patterns. And this card absolutely just spoke to that. Affirmations are powerful. Do you keep a journal? I'd be interested to know. I feel like you don't keep a regular journal. I would recommend that when those negative thoughts, it's about awareness, when those negative thoughts come up, it's paramount that you stop that record and you pull that record out. So if the negative self-talk comes in and it says, oh, you're, I don't know, I'm going to pick some negative self-talk that somebody out there is thinking, you're not smart enough, okay? Well, that's bullshit, because anytime you're having negative self-talk or anything that you're telling yourself is heavy, so that's a heavy thought, I'm not smart enough. Well, it's a lie. So lies are heavy, truth is light. I am absolutely smart enough, well, that's light. So what happens is when we're in these patterns, to break the patterns, you have to be aware, number one. Okay, I'm aware that I'm doing this, I'm talking negatively, because I've heard this before. I'm hearing it now from other people, whatnot. And then you have to call bullshit on it. Okay, this is bullshit. This isn't working. My life is not going in the direction I want because I'm holding myself back in these lies I'm telling myself. And then you can ask, is it my lie Is it my true beliefs? Honestly, it isn't, because your higher self, your goddess energy that you are, the beings that we be, do not talk negatively to us. We're playing the records often of other people's belief systems. So remove that record, return it to sender, because you might know who it is, or pull it out and send it to white light or violet light or whatever light that you want. So this is awareness and doing the work, okay? So starting there. Then I want you to practice doing affirmations and creating them on your wall. So my latest program, Peace, Passion, Profits, is all about limiting beliefs and honoring that intuition. And it's especially for people that are highly sensitive, because that's mostly who I work with. So get rid of those records and smash them up and start empowering yourself to take that negative thought and turning it into a positive thought. So this is work on your part. You have to be aware of this. So if I feel I'm not smart enough and I say I'm not smart enough, well, your body's going to believe it, and then you're going to feel crappy, and then it's going to go downward. Change that vibration, that spiral, and say, okay, I've said this negative thought in my mind. Now I'm going to take that negative thought and I'm going to flip it. So I am intelligent. And then start working on I am intelligent. I am unstoppable. I can do anything I put my mind to. And I want you to vibrate and have that spiral of energy move up rather than down. Because when we get into a negative thought, it's easier to go down into that vibration of negativity than it is to go to the very top of positivity. So start small. Esther Hicks is really great at this. So she uses her words, right? She just talks and talks and talks herself through it. So I'd like you to do that. Now, if you're in a toxic relationship, it is because there's toxicity of belief systems inside of you, and you're projecting them out onto what you're attracting, right? So if I believe I'm a worthless piece of shit, I'm going to attract someone who's going to agree with me. I'm going to attract someone, because my point of view says so, that's going to treat me worthlessly. And that's the truth. And until you can love yourself and honor your magnificence, forgiving the past, forgiving yourself for any experiences that you've had. And these are all baby steps, right? This doesn't happen overnight. We didn't get here overnight. We're not going to get out of it overnight either. So the baby steps, recognizing those negative thoughts, recognize the negative patterns of self-abuse, self-harm, or whatever that is, and recognize that it's not working. Then change each little thought at a time. When we change our thoughts, our bodies follow. They become healthy because they're healthy thinking. We we choose healthy options because we start honoring the truth and beauty of who we are. And then the greatest part of this is you'll start attracting people who will treat you kind, who will be the tribe of people you need to be supported in. I mean, you're already attracting these people. It's just a matter of opening the door to allow them in. And then the people who don't serve your higher good anymore will actually start to fall away, which is a true blessing. So you'll only attract who you need. Okay? So I will draw a goddess card for you because I think that you'd like to see one. And if anyone else has any questions, go ahead, throw them in the comments below. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. This is my passion. It is very bizarre doing Facebook Lives, though, I have to say, because I don't have you sitting there to share with me my insights, right? So I'm really talking into your soul from here. So that kind of sucks, that part. I can't see your beautiful faces. Ah, divine passion comes up for you, Lene. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's truest desire? Absolutely. What do you really, truly desire? What is it that you are passionate about? I think you've lost that because you're really busy taking care of everyone else but yourself. So that's why you're here today. It's about taking care of you, loving you. It doesn't mean neglecting anyone in your life. It means to stop neglecting you and to stand in your power and honor yourself when you do need something. Where are your needs being met? and then look at what are you passionate about. If you don't know what your passion is, then discover it through inner child work and really going back within to when you were a child and what that child needs and what that child would like. And most of my Facebook Lives and most of the work I do is inner child healing. It's very powerful. And it comes up a lot for me as well. And I've done a lot of layers, a lot of work on that. So, you're so welcome, honey. Okay, good. I'm glad that this is all ringing true. Sweet. Okay, so think about divine passion. That means receiving pleasure, allowing yourself to receive pleasure, not feeling guilt for that, right? So there's passion in all areas of life, and when we can receive, then we can, and when we're aware, we can receive anything and everything. There's no limit to what can happen. We live in a very expansive time where we're manifesting things in a heartbeat, and they're coming forth and coming true without much work. You just have to be aligned with your passion, aligned with your truth. So there you go, honey. Hope that helped. Does anyone else have any questions? I am here to serve you today, Wednesday Facebook Live, drinking my almond chocolate milk. I was craving chocolate, but I'm dairy free. And there's one chocolate bar in all of my grocery store that I can eat that doesn't have dairy. And let me just say that it's like $5 for a very small one. So instead I splurged on some chocolate almond milk, and it's very good. So today is about honoring you without guilt, without judgment. So where are you judging yourself harshly? And whose judgment is that? Is it yours, or is it like your dad's? Is it yours, or is it a teacher or a friend or someone in your life who's quite judgmental? Because that really is common. Hello, hello. I cannot read your name because it is in another language, but hi, welcome. I see you speak English. Do you have any questions? I absolutely feel very blessed to be here, to be able to offer readings through the internet, and I am seeing how many people I'm helping through this, and I feel very blessed to do this. So yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy. So yeah, the more conscious we are and the more aware we are in our lives, the more we are able to receive everything and anything. And we shut our awareness off because we don't always want to honor how powerful we are. So, oh, hi Krista. Thanks for coming today. Okay, so Krista says, I accept too much judgment and anger in my relationships. How do test and set better boundaries? So I think what you're asking is, how do I set better boundaries? Aha. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever comes into our life is because we are attracting it, unfortunately. I mean, people have had horrible things happen to them, and they say, well, how did I attract that? How did I attract that? Well, sometimes it's just soul agreements that you have to grow and change in this life and to become more of a spiritual being. But as far as like judgment and anger in your relationships, I have to ask, where are you judging yourself and angry with yourself? Are you angry with yourself for being judged frequently? And boundaries are huge. Like boundaries are, I mean, we could talk about boundaries for days, because we are not taught healthy boundaries in our society. We aren't. We live in a very violent, communicative society. And so when it comes to boundaries, it's important to know where, once again, we're going back to your needs being met. Are your needs being met? And if they're not, so say your needs are being met physically, but they're not being met emotionally. If your needs are not being met emotionally, are you going to continue that path and accept what you have, or are you going to ask for more? So boundaries are taught in the home first. And, look at the patterns in your parents' relationships and the people that raised you. Whose are you mirroring? Whose are you not mirroring? So I'm just going to think on this for a sec, because I'm just getting some information on the boundaries for you. Okay. So this is coming down to feeling worthy of love and unconditional love. Okay? When we don't feel worthy, when we don't feel like we deserve more or love or unconditional love, we lower our expectations and we allow people not to mirror who our true higher self. And they're there to teach us to honor ourselves. They're there to teach us how to love and respect and be the goddess that we are. So this comes down to your vision of self. I'm feeling like the book Assertiveness for Earth Angels would be really good for you. And that talks about the difference between being a bitch and being assertive. So is there a disconnect there for you? I mean, for most women there is. When we assert ourselves, which means asserting your boundaries, right? You feel like you're being a bitch and you're wrong for it. So really go and do some work around that. The book is great because Doreen breaks it down, and when I read that book, I had so many aha moments. It was like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. Because we've been taught not to assert ourselves, because then it's a bad thing as being a woman. It invalidates us in some way. So, and then the anger, like as I read your question, you're accepting anger and judgment upon yourself. But why? What part of you deserves to be treated badly? No part of you does. So setting healthy boundaries means that you are expressing where your needs need to be met. So if your needs aren't being met emotionally, you say, okay, this is where I would need my needs to be met. And having a limitation onto how do I even explain this? Sometimes I get over wordy. So I feel like for you, it is absolutely about going within and dealing with some childhood stuff and expressing yourself through being accountable for what you need, expressing what you need, expressing it to your partner. And then that communication is open, because this is really about communication. And expressing what you need will allow that person to either meet those needs or to move on. And then you won't feel that anger. Okay? So does that make sense? Does that feel like a little roundabout answer? But I feel like, so just give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. That communication. I'm going to pull a card too. Okay, good. Yes. Awesome. So for you today, since you're working on boundaries, and I think many people watching are going to really respect you for asking that question, because they're also working on their boundaries. You know, you teach others how to treat you. So if you attract someone who treats you like shit, your point of view is, I don't deserve better. But it's also, maybe your point of view is, I do deserve better, and they showed up to show that to me. They showed up so that I would be able to attract exactly what I want. Yes, of course. It's a private thing, absolutely. I agree, Krista. Okay, so a card for you today is the goddess, I don't know how to say it, Mauve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So at the beginning of the video, here's your card. See her dancing? And the blues and purples are all about communication. That's your throat chakra right there, honey. That's your spiritual self and your throat chakra. And so, and she's dancing to the rhythm. So this is really about honoring, okay, what are your moon cycles? What's your power moon? What's your power season? When do you need to rest? When do you need to get active? So it's really important that you just really honor you, but really communicate what you need, because that's what's missing in your relationship, is that communication. Maybe the partner isn't communicating and you need him to more. So we must let go of things that aren't serving us when we have the awareness that they're not serving us. So don't hold on to things like the past if it's not serving you. Okay, so like the previous person had asked about letting go. Well, you can't let go unless you're aware of what you need to let go of. So I really feel that that's, ooh, I like that. Okay, good. I really feel that that's something that, yeah, that you have to start working on. It's an internal job, right? It's an inside job. And when it's all, like, I mean, I've been married 17 years to an amazing man, but we've had our ups and downs. We're absolutely not perfect. You know, I grew up in a family that communicated through violence. Yeah, we yelled to be heard. It was, and it's funny because I'm quite calm and relaxed in my older age. Not that I'm that old, but you know what I mean? So when I met my husband, he was a pretty good communicator. Like, they didn't yell in their house. No one's voices were raised. They talked very gently to one another. So when I'd get angry, I would raise my voice because I thought he wouldn't hear me unless I raised my voice. That's just how I was taught. And I'll never forget yelling at him. And we never had our first fight until my son was a year old. So we'd been together 3 years by that. And we had never had a big fight. We had a big fight and I yelled, and so I'm tiny little French Canadian like fireball here, and he looks over and he says to me, very calm, very collected. My husband's 6'3". He's a tall, strong man with big hands and more for hugs, but he looks at me and he says, "Don't yell at me." That's exactly how he said it, just very calm. And it took me off guard. I was like, "Ooh, whoa, that was powerful." He said it in his power, in a very gentle way. And from that day on, I really worked on not raising my voice. And, you know, I still do sometimes. It's just a habit that I'm working through. Yeah, so I hope that helps, my love. Yeah. Release what's not working, but do that inner work. The inner work is where it's at. You know, when we do the inner work, then the outer world just falls together. And I'm here for you. I've got some exciting. We've had some pretty exciting sessions the last few weeks, and if anyone feels called to work with me personally, it's powerful. They have one session with me, and clients will tell me that they have never experienced that much clearing or beautiful openings and awakenings than they have in years of counseling and working with other teachers. So there's something to be said for really diving deep and going within. And yeah, so I'm available. I've got time this week. Also, I am excited because I am offering a free past life regression. So since you're on my Facebook page, some of you, Sacred Space Intuitive Coaching, you could be the lucky winner of a 1-hour past life regression with me personally. And that's valued at $222, and you can get it free by going to my past life regression post, which is pinned to the top of my page, liking my page, sharing the post, and going into your notifications and clicking all notifications, so you have to see everything I'm doing, and writing in the comments, and then you will be entered to win. And no cheating. I can tell if someone has shared the page or if they've liked my page. So you will only be entered if you follow those simple instructions. And I'm super excited because if you've ever or never had a past life regression, you can heal lifetimes of trauma, everything from ailments to irrational fears that you have in this life, to relationships in this life that aren't working and you can't figure out why, and you've done all this work in this lifetime. Oh my gosh, clients come away mind blown because, you know, your mind is going to tell you after, oh, this is not, you know, this isn't truth, you made it up. Well, you can't make this shit up. You actually visually see yourself in a past life. You actually relive that experience, and over the few weeks or week after, you'll still be getting information on that experience, and you're going to be tapping in. So you can go back to a past life, be someone completely different in a different era, and you'll actually recognize family members and friends in that life, and they're in a totally different body, and they have a totally different perspective in the life that you're at. So past life regressions work. They are absolutely powerful. They're super fun. And who doesn't want to know about themselves in the past? Maybe you're a skeptic. I hope you win, because if you are a skeptic, this is for you. I do get a lot of clients who are skeptical, and I'll tell you, I have an 80% return rate of clients. So 80% of my clients come back to work with me, and a lot of those are skeptics. And a lot of them are men, so more of you men are coming out of the woodwork and really embracing spirituality, embracing the masculine, feminine energy. So, honor that we're in a time of master manifestation. Your thoughts and your feelings together are catapulting into the universe, so keep them positive. Focus on what you want. Write it down. Create vision boards. Do the inner child work. Something else exciting. Okay, this is really exciting. Maybe some of you would like to join me, but I am planning a Bali inner child healing retreat, and it will be from November 4th to 11th. It is going to be incredible. We are going to be doing sacred ceremonies. We're going to be doing yoga. We're going to have writing. I have masterclass teachers coming in to teach. So if you've ever wanted to do a retreat, if you've ever wanted to go to Bali, and you want to heal and work on yourself and get connected with like-minded, beautiful individuals, I attract beautiful people. So just know that. I would love for you to come. So I'm just in the planning stages. Nothing is set in stone as far as the exact location, but I have booked a very, very big and powerful masterclass teacher to come in. And I've set the dates, so now the planning is beginning, and I am so excited. So think about that. I'm planting the seed of fertility to manifest this with you all. And yeah, so I don't think there's any more people writing in with questions, but I send much love on this first day of summer and hope to hear from you guys anytime you have any questions. I'll be on again next Wednesday. Be sure to listen to Oracle Talk Radio, my interview today with the lovely Shannon O'Hara, as we talk about spirits, entities, and demons. It's not scary. And yeah, and enter to win the past life regression. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, much love, everybody. Mwah.